Do you need a cover letter? No. Well, except for a few circumstances. I've been in recruitment for almost 15 years, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you when you need a cover and when you don't. Let's go. So first and foremost, why do people think I need a cover letter? Well, there's a lot of things out there that tell people, hey, maybe you should get a cover letter. When it's really competitive, you see people giving advice, have a cover letter. When you fill out an application, there's a spot to upload a cover letter. And that makes candidates wonder, well, do I need one? Are they essential? Is it the reason I am not getting interviews or not getting the job? I'm going to demystify that right now. Now, there are actually only 4 circumstances in which I'd say, yes, you need a cover letter. And if it's not one of those 4, then I would say you do not need one. Now, the first circumstance is you are making a career switch. Look, when you are moving into a different new field and you apply, and the rest of the applicants are people who clearly are aligned for the role. Their experience says, yes, this makes sense. Compared to those resumes, your resume will not seem to be as good of a fit. So in those circumstances, you do want to have a cover letter because then you can explain that you are making a career switch, why you think it's a good career switch, why your skills would translate to your new career, and what your motive is. This is really important. So the first circumstance is when you're making a career switch. The second circumstance is when you have a big gap in your career and you are coming back into the office or into whatever field you are in. Now, why do you need this? People say, Ben, I should be able to walk away and I should be able to come back. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. You and I both agree. But here's the thing. When a recruiter looks at your resume and they see that you are not employed, and the last time you were employed was 1, 2, 3 years ago, the immediate thought that goes into their head is why? What a cover letter does in this circumstance is it explains why. It answers that. That way they have an explanation instead of tossing your resume aside. It gets you to the place where you can verbally explain it. So what needs to go in a cover letter there? You need to explain why you took time away, what you did in that off time to keep your sword sharp from a professional perspective, and why you're ready to come back. And this should make them convinced that you won't be a threat to leave their organization again. It should be compelling in the sense that you want to come back and you don't plan on taking time away anytime soon. That's what you need to accomplish in that circumstance. Now, the next time I might compel you to make a cover letter is if it is your dream job. And it is so important that you get that interview so you can get there and get a chance at getting that job. In that circumstance, I might actually write a cover letter because in that circumstance, you want to give yourself every single potential advantage and you can spell out to them why it is such an amazing fit. So for me, I'm a Bears fan. And if the Bears called me or there was an opportunity for, chief recruitment officer, for example, at the Bears to handle everything recruitment, non-player related, although they could probably use some help, I would probably write a cover letter because I would want to express in every painful detail why it would be perfect for them. If Disney called me and said, Ben, we need a vice president of talent acquisition, I might write a cover letter. So that's another circumstance in which I would also take that opportunity. Now, the fourth and final circumstance in which I say, hey, maybe it makes sense to have a cover letter if you know that job is going to be incredibly competitive. If you know that the second that job is posted online, they are going to get hundreds, if not thousands of resumes, then I might want to do that to give myself an extra little bit to stand out. So again, if you're talking about an Apple, Google, Meta, right? And these are organizations, Disney, where you know they're going to get so many applicants. This is another circumstance in which I might want to give myself just that little bit of extra leg up. Now, when you put together a general cover letter, and this is outside of those circumstances, in those circumstances I've kind of described what needs to be in there, but generally speaking, if you were going to make a cover letter, you need to make sure you put 3 things in that cover letter. The first is you need to explain why you are a great fit. Every job description is a problem. That organization has a problem. They don't have someone in the seat. How do you solve it? How is your experience, education, certifications equipped you to solve their problem? That's 1. Number 2, you need to describe the impacts you have made, aka quantifying your impact. What have you done in the past where your impact has made your company money, saved your company money, saved your company time, drove efficiencies with a financial impact into it? Quantify your impact. If you can find a way to quantify some of the impacts you've made along the way, that's another thing. Third and final is you need to be talking about your passion. People buy passion. And if you have a cover letter in which you're not talking about why you love what you do, how you bring passion to your work every single day that you show up, it is a little bit of like wasting a cover letter. So these are the 3 things that I think you need to have in there. Now, if you've made it this far, it's because you want to get a job, which is why I need you to go watch this video here. This video here is all the secrets that candidates should know, but they don't. In this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that most people don't even think about, but they give you a huge heads up in your job search. So I'm done here, but I will see you over there.